السلام عليكم. تعرف بس الصوت واضح؟ انتوا سامعيني ولا لا؟ طب اوكي، اللي الصوت عنده بيقطع يقفل بس اي حاجه هو مشغلها، يعني لو فاتحين ماسنجر او فاتحين سكايب او وات ايفر يقفل. طب يا ريت بقى كلنا نغير اسمنا. تمام اوكي يا محمد. يا ريت نغير اسمنا كلنا. اوكي مروه، اوكي يا محمد. زهرة دي المحاضره العاشره والاخيره. عشان احنا الليفل الاولاني هو 10 محاضرات بس. المحاضرات اللي قبل كده موجوده على الجروب على الفيسبوك. ده لينك الجروب يا شباب. كده مستني كمان حبه. ثانك يو يا فاطمه. اوكي يا شباب، يا ريت كلنا نغير اسمنا. يا عبد الرحمن، انا بصراحه مش عارفه، انا الفتره دي بس مشغوله شويه عشان الدراسه بتاعتي، فهحاول اظبط اقرب ميعاد ان شاء الله وهبلغكم بيه على الجروب ان شاء الله. المحاضرة العشرة الأخيرة يا سارة. عفوا. خير، بس الناس اللي ما غيرتش اسمها تغيره عشان تيجي. أنا لسه ما حددتش يا محمد بصراحة، هقدر أبقى فاضية امتى تاني عشان نكمل الليفل الجاي. اوكي نبتدي. هنبدأ دلوقتي يا زهرة حالا إن شاء الله. اوكي just 69 بليز، ممكن تغير اسمك؟ إن شاء الله هتلاقي كل المحاضرات موجودة على الجروب. اوكي هنبتدي دلوقتي. أنا هقفل الشات دلوقتي، وأي أسئلة عايزة تسألوها في آخر الكلاس إن شاء الله. simple يعني past simple المحاضرة اللي فاتت واللي قبلها. النهاردة ان شاء الله هنتكلم عن زمن ثالث اللي هو زمن present continuous tense او بنقول عليه present progressive. اوكي present continuous بكل بساطة بالعربي اسمه المضارع المستمر. يعني ايه مضارع مستمر؟ يعني حدث بيحصل وقت ما انا بتكلم، يعني في وقت الحديث نفسه الحدث ده بيحصل. يعني حد يقول لك انت بتعمل ايه دلوقتي؟ انا بذاكر. بتعمل ايه دلوقتي؟ انا باكل. بتعمل ايه دلوقتي؟ انا بشرب. يبقى حدث بيحصل وقت الكلام. اوكي ده ببساطه المغزى من present continuous. اوكي present continuous tense we use it when we talk about events that are actually happening now. احداث او افعال بتحصل دلوقتي. we use the present continuous tense. This is formed by using the stem verb of the verb، يعني stem verb يعني أو الverb infinite and adding ing of the verb. okay يعني عندي the verb is بخليها okay. for example the verb work becomes working. in some cases we need to alter the spelling a bit. for example that the verb die becomes dying. okay بيتكون من عندي ايه present continuous. present continuous tense بيتكون من عندي subject اللي هو I he she it we they you following by يجي بعديهم verb to be. ايه هو verb to be؟ am is are. اوكي فهتبقى I am he she it is we they you are plus verb plus ing. عندي for example I am working, he's working, she's working, it's working, you are working, we are working, they are working. اوكي انا عندي هنا الابوستروف ام دي اختصار ل is abbreviation for is. الابوستروف RE abbreviation for R اللي هي ARE. اوكي، ده in case ان الجملة او الستيتمنت is a positive. طب لما باجي اعمل لها نيجاتيف، عايزه انفي الجمله، يعني عايزه اقول انا مش بعمل كذا دلوقتي. يعني احنا قاعدين مثلا دلوقتي المفروض ان احنا قاعدين نذاكر، هما بره في البيت عارفين احنا قاعدين بنذاكر، وقاعدين مشغلين اغاني وعمالين نهزر ونلعب ومش عارفه ايه. تيجي مثلا our parents بابا وماما مثلا يفتحوا الباب، are you playing انتوا بتلعبوا؟ فترد عايزه ايه؟ no we are not playing we are studying. احنا مش بنلعب، احنا بنذاكر. اوكي، هذه statement هنا لو هي نيجاتيف منفيه بننفي بنوت، نقول I'm not working, he isn't working أو he is not working, she isn't working, it isn't working, you aren't working, we aren't working, they aren't working. لما بحب اسال بقى، انا قلت دلوقتي هيجي بابا وماما يخشوا يقولوا لنا ايه؟ are you playing؟ انتوا بتلعبوا؟ بنسال ازاي؟ بنعمل زي مقص. انا قلت انا عندي subject، بعد كده verb to be، بعد كده عندي verb plus ing. في الكويستشن بعمل مقص، بحط الاول verb to be وبعدين السبجكت وبعد كده الverb plus ing. قول am I working؟ وانا بشتغل. is he working؟ is she working؟ is it working؟ are you working؟ are we working؟ are they working؟ اوكي، الانسر لو بيس هقول yes I am، yes he is، yes she is، yes it is، yes you are، yes we are، yes they are. طب لو short answer with not او in negative اقول ايه؟ no I'm not، no he isn't، no she isn't، no it isn't، no you aren't، no we aren't، no they aren't. اوكي، ده بكل بساطة present continuous in negative and positive and interrogative اللي هو الquestion. اوكي، طيب يبقى احنا قلنا هنا present continuous timeline بتاعه، انا عندي حاجه في الباست ده ماضي، و in present او اللي حاجه بتحصل دلوقتي او what I'm doing now هو ده present continuous اللي هو الفتره دي اللي في النص. بعد كده هيبقى future المستقبل. اوكي، for example what are you doing؟ انت بتعمل ايه؟ فاقول له I'm building a website، انا بعمل ويب سايت، بنشئ ويب سايت. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about things that are happening around now but are temporary. يعني الأحداث احنا مش لازم تكون حاجة بتحصل دلوقتي. يعني مثلا هو ايه اللي بيحصل في مصر دلوقتي؟ في ثورة ومظاهرات and so on. دي حاجات هي بتحصل at the moment أو أحداث جارية زي ما بنقول. still events لسه بتحصل، بس هي مش هتبقى حاجة، هي حاجة temporary، مش حاجة هتفضل موجودة على طول في مصر. اوكي، for example what are you doing these days؟ بتعمل ايه الايام دي؟ unfortunately I'm working a lot، انا بشتغل كتير قوي اليومين دول. اوكي، it's also used to describe tense or situations that are happening but may be temporary. يعني ايه؟ nowadays more and more people are shopping on the internet. اوكي، يعني بيتكلم عن مواقف او احداث حاجات بتحصل الايام دي، هي حاجه جديده علينا، حاجه مش قديمه. اوكي، بس احنا مش عارفين هي maybe ان هي تكون temporary، مش لازم هو ده اللي هيحصل طول العمر. يعني لكن nowadays الايام دي في ناس كتيره بقت تعمل شوبينج بتاعها على الانترنت. اوكي، يعني بيشتروا حاجات بتاعتهم من على الانترنت. and habitual actions usually negatives. والاحداث دي اللي احنا بنتكلم عليها نستخدم فيها present continuous دي بتكون هي نعتبرها احداث نيجاتيف، يعني هي مش حاجه هم مبسوطين بيها. for example he's always cleaning his car. ده كل شويه ينظف العربيه بتاعته. اوكي، the present continuous tense can also be used to discuss future events. ممكن برضو استخدم ال present continuous ده عشان اعبر بيه عن حاجه تحصل في المستقبل. اوكي، طبعا احنا عارفين احنا بنعبر عن المستقبل will. انا ممكن برضو اعبر عن المستقبل using present continuous لما تكون حاجه انا actually متاكده منها هتحصل، وحاجه هتحصل في المستقبل القريب. يعني بقول ايه؟ tomorrow I'm going to visit my uncle. انا شور ان انا بكره رايح ازور my uncle. اوكي. ممكن استخدم كمان غير I'm going to visit. ده في انا ممكن اعبر عن المستقبل ب going to وبحط بعد to الفيرب في الانفينيتيف. ممكن كمان اقول على طول tomorrow I'm visiting my uncle. بكره انا هزور عمي. اوكي. Note, the present continuous is usually used with doing verbs, verb of actions. يعني verb of actions يعني الأفعال اللي فيها حركة. Not with verbs of state. مش أفعال اللي هي الverb of states يعني زي like, love. من الأفعال اللي بتتكلم عن feelings أو beliefs المعتقدات أو المشاعر. Okay. The following verbs are not used in continuous form. الفيربات اللي جايه دي احنا ما بنستخدمهاش في present continuous. عندي verbs of conditions. يعني ايه conditions؟ يعني الحالات. عندي belong يعني ينتمي، يتكلف كذا. يعني مثلا اقول ايه موبايل cost الموبايل ده ثمنه $1000. ما بقولش this costing $1000. لا غلط. او $1. اوكي. need يحتاج، own يمتلك، seem يبدو. برضه verbs of feeling الأفعال اللي بتدل على المشاعر of feelings زي like, love, hate, want, wish. verbs of beliefs الاعتقادات زي believe يعتقد أو يصدق، feel يشعر، know يعرف، mean يعني، remember يتذكر، think يفكر، understand يفهم. اوكي. حد عنده أسئلة عن present continuous؟ انا هعمل لكم عليه ريفيجن تاني دلوقتي. جايز شكرا، ربنا يخليك. ربنا يخليك يا ماما. طب مفيش اي اسئله؟ انا حطيت المحاضره 9 على الجروب يا مؤمن. هيم لو انتي فاتحه الماسنجر او السكايب اقفليهم. اخر حاجه الجزء ده بتاعت الافعال يا ماهي. بنقول يا ماهي ان احنا في انواع من الافعال احنا present continuous ما بنستخدموش غير مع الافعال اللي هي بتدل على الاكشنز. يعني ايه اكشنز؟ يعني افعال فيها حركه. اوكي. اللي هي مش الستيج فيرب. الستيج فيربز اللي هي افعال الحاله دي اللي هي زي ايه؟ افعال اللي بتتكلم عن condition، عن الحالات زي belong وcost ونيد واون وسيم الفيربس دي على طول بتبقى في البريزنت سمبل. feelings الافعال اللي بتدل على المشاعر زي like و love و hate want wish. beliefs المعتقدات او الفهم. الفيربس بتعبر عن المعتقدات زي believe شعر know يعرف مين يفهم يعني. remember يتذكر think يفكر and يعني يفكر. في حاجة تانية مش فاهماها يا ماهي؟ وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. عفوا حبس. اوكي طب انا هوريكم فيديو دلوقتي، بس الفيديو ده احنا هنتكلم فيه عن حاجتين. هنتكلم عن البريزنت. لو عايزه اقول موبايل ده تكلفته كذا بقول الجمله ازاي؟ بقول مثلا this mobile cost $1000 مثلا. الموبايل ده ثمنه $1000 for example يعني. لا don't worry خديجة, it's fine to write in English but not think well. اوكي طب انا هوريكم فيديو دلوقتي بيتكلم عن present simple و present continuous as a revision for present simple. اوكي
welcome to the first installment of our grammar lessons. As I said in the introduction, we'll be starting with the tenses, and you've guessed right. The first two to learn are present simple and present continuous. So, I've made a presentation for you, and I'm going to now take you through the examples on this presentation and explain the usage of these two tenses. So by the end of this session, you will know exactly when to say I do and when to say I'm doing. So let's go over to the presentation. Right then, let's get started and look at the difference between present simple and present continuous. Let's begin with formulation. How do we formulate each one of these tenses? Present simple. Simple. I play tennis. You play tennis. He, she plays tennis. That's right. Remember that little S you have to add to the verb with he, she, and it. We play tennis. You play. And they play. So, simple enough. Let's look at present continuous. You probably remember that you need the verb to be to conjugate this verb. So, I am playing tennis. You are playing tennis. He or she is playing tennis. We are playing tennis. You are playing. And finally, they are playing. That's right. Just conjugate the verb to be and add ing to the main verb. And that will give you the present continuous. Right, now the main part, usage. When do we use present simple and when do we use present continuous? So, present simple is used to indicate facts and habits, things that are always true, general facts. For example, I live in England. And you? Where do you live? I like ice cream. And you? What do you like? It rains a lot here. And where you are? Does it rain a lot? Let's look at some habits. I usually shop on Saturdays. How about you? When do you usually shop? He drives fast. How about you? What are your driving habits? Do you drive fast? She always drinks coffee in the morning. And you? What do you drink in the morning? So, present simple for facts and habits, things that are always true. Let's look at present continuous now. We use present continuous for action in progress now, temporary situations, things that are happening now and will stop at some point. Let's look at the examples. I'm talking to you. How about you? What are you doing now? I hope that you are listening to me very carefully. What about the weather? Oh dear, it's raining here. And where you are? Is it raining? Is the sun shining? So, just to sum up, use the present simple for facts and habits, things that happen regularly, that are general facts, and use present continuous for things that are in progress now, temporary actions. Right then, let's move on and look at some common mistakes. Let's start with this sentence. Someone says, I'm living in Spain. And what they want to say is that this is their permanent place of residence. So, is this sentence correct? No. To show that it's a fact, that it's their permanent place of residence, they should use the present simple. I live in Spain. I'm living in Spain means it's just for a few weeks or a few months. I'll be moving somewhere else soon. Let's look at another example. I'm coming from Japan. This person wants to say that they are from Japan. They are Japanese. They're giving you their nationality. So, it's a fact. Therefore, again, it should be present simple. I come from Japan. Saying, I'm coming from Japan means I've just been there. You've been on a trip and you're coming back now. Right, let's look at one last example where someone might use the present continuous instead of the present simple by mistake. Look at this sentence. Someone says, our company is producing glass. This means that their company is producing glass just for the moment, temporarily. Maybe they are the producer of another kind of product. So again, here we need the present simple to indicate that this is a fact. This is what the company produces all the time. So here we go. The correct sentence is, our company produces glass. Right, let's now look at some examples where you might use the present simple, but in fact, you should be using the present continuous. Here's the first one. The economy grows again this year. Well, if it's this year, it means it's happening at the moment. It's temporary. Doesn't happen every year. So what should it be? That's right, the present continuous. The economy is growing again this year. Let's look at another example. They build a house next to mine. Do they really? Every month? Every year? Regularly? It doesn't make sense. You're referring to something that's just happening now, and it will end sooner or later. So, once again, we need the present continuous. They are building a house next to mine. And one final example to clarify this difference for you. Someone says, "Look, it snows." They're asking you to look out the window and see what's happening now, at this moment. Therefore, once again, it should be present continuous. Look, it's snowing. Well, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and have found it helpful. You can now go to our website, anglolink.com, where you will find all the explanations I've just given you and some exercises to help you review this topic. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Here.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the first installment of our grammar lessons. As I said in the introduction, we'll be starting with the tenses, and you've guessed right. The first two to learn are present simple and present continuous. So, I've made a presentation for you, and I'm going to now take you through the examples on this presentation and explain the usage of these two tenses. So by the end of this session, you will know exactly what to say, I do, and what to say, I'm doing. So let's go over to the presentation. Right then, let's get started and look at the difference between present simple and present
to describe
continuous.
things or situations of مواقف that are happening بتحصل but may be temporary لكن هي ممكن تكون مؤقتة. زي ما قلنا nowadays more and more people are shopping on the internet. هي الجملة دي كجملة إن دلوقتي حاجة بتحصل حوالينا كتير. الناس كتيرة بتشتري حاجات من على الإنترنت. الجملة دي هي تعتبر fact وتعتبر habit وتعتبر حدث مؤقت بيحصل دلوقتي، عشان كده احنا بنستخدمها في البريزنت كونتينيوس. طب بنقول كمان ان الاكشنز دي بتبقى habitual action. يعني ايه؟ يعني احداث بتعبر عن عادات، بس الحاجات دي هي بالنسبه لنا has a negative meaning. يعني ايه؟ اقول انا كل شويه انضف الشقه، او انا كل شويه انضف الشقه. طب اوكي، ده معناه ان انا في الوقت الفتره اللي انا فيها دي كل شويه انضف الشقه. فكان حاجه بتحصل في البريزنت، هي حاجه دي temporary. انا قفلت الفيديو يا ام اياد، انا قفلت خلاص. اوكي، هو الحدث ده انا كل شويه انضف الشقه، هو انا متضايقه ان انا كل شويه بنضف الشقه، بس ده بيحصل في البريزنت، وانا برضو always يعني كل شويه دايما بعمل انضف الشقه. عشان كده انا استخدمت كلمه always.
So present simple is used to indicate facts and habits, things that are always true.
الفيديو عندي هو مش شغال. حد تاني سمعه؟ انا ما عملتش اي حاجه على فكره، انا ما عملتش اي حاجه، هو ممكن يكون لسه شغال عندكم. تمام، انا كده رديت على سؤالك يا مروه. كده فهمتي النقطه دي؟ فهمتي احنا ليه نستخدم always present continuous؟ طيب اوكي. طب اوكي، احنا هنا في الفيديو ده اتكلمنا عن present simple. رجعنا ال present simple، قلنا present simple احنا هنستخدمه في ايه والفورميلا بتاعته ايه، وقلنا ايه هو ال present continuous. اوكي، يبقى انا عندي ال present continuous. ربنا يخليك يا محمد من ذوقك. فاحنا بنقول ان present continuous احنا بنستخدمه عشان نعبر عن كذا حاجه، عن اكشن بيحصل دلوقتي حالا وقت ما انا بتكلم، اوكي، وعن حاجه بتحصل في الفيوتشر في المستقبل القريب، وعن حاجات بتحصل محيطه عندنا، بس الاحداث دي temporary، اوكي، وبيبقى معظمها ليها negative meaning. اوكي، ده ملخص present continuous. قلنا بيتكون من ايه؟ بيتكون من subject، تمام، subject اللي هو الفاعل اللي هو I, he, she, it, we, they, you، plus ال verb to be in present اللي هو am, I, am, g. لما بنيجي بنسأل بنعمل زي مقص، بنعمل cross، ونحط في الأول verb to be am أو is أو are plus subject الفاعل plus الverb plus I, am, g. اوكي خديجي، احنا اوريدي خلاص، احنا خلصنا، احنا بنراجع على present continuous تاني، بقول نوتس. اوكي يا هبي، مع السلامة. you're welcome يا حبيبي. تمام، ده كده ملخص عن present continuous. طب ايه الكلمات اللي بتعرفني ان انا بتكلم عن حاجة في present continuous؟ يبقى اكيد حاجات بتقولي ان الحدث ده بيحصل now، الان، اوكي، دلوقتي. عندي at this moment او at the moment يعني حالا، في نفس اللحظة اللي احنا بنتكلم فيها. عندي today النهاردة، عندي these days الايام دي او nowadays، اوكي، اللي هو اليومين دول. عندي كلمة look، لما اقول حد ايه look، the cat is running after the rat، القطة بتجري ورا الفار، يبقى انا اكيد مش بتكلم عن حاجة بتحصل دلوقتي. لما اقول listen، اسمع، the bird is singing، العصفورة بتغني. اوكي، ده كده ملخص عن present continuous. هنشوف فيديو تاني عن present continuous برضو. ولو حد عنده اي اسئله يسالني بعد الفيديو ان شاء الله.
Welcome to EnglishPage.info. Here you will be able to watch free English grammar videos. These videos are powered by portalfitness.com. In this video we're going to study the present continuous tense. The structure of the present continuous is formed with the subject plus the verb to be plus the verb with the ing. For example, I am eating, you are playing, he is singing, she is studying, it is traveling, we are talking, you are shouting, they are reading. The present continuous tense has different meanings. It is used at the time of speaking. We use the present continuous when we talk about something happening at the time of speaking. For example, if you look at the picture, you can see that the girl is writing on the board now. The teacher is looking at the girl at the moment. The present continuous tense is used to talk about temporary situations. We use the present continuous to describe situations or actions which are in progress for a limited period. For example, at school, this week we're studying the Egyptians. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about planned activities for future reference. We use the present continuous when we need to talk about activities planned for the future. For example, we're spending our honeymoon in Greece. Not now, it is our plan. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about repeated actions. We use the present continuous with certain adverbs such as always, constantly, repeatedly, etc. For example, my friend is always interrupting me when I study. Now we're going to see some common expressions with the present continuous, such as at the moment, now, today, this week, and for future reference, tomorrow, next week. If you look at the picture, we can use different sentences with the present continuous with different common expressions. For example, she's riding a horse at the moment. She's having a competition this week. She's going to Paris next week. Do not use the present continuous with state verbs because they describe a state and not an action. State verbs in English are like, remember, want, love, forget, need, want, hate, understand, belong, prefer, believe, etc. It is wrong to use the present continuous in the following sentences. I am loving pizza. You should say, I love pizza. You should use the simple present. Do not say, I am needing a friend. You should say, I need a friend. Do not say, I am understanding the lesson. You should use the simple present and say, I understand the lesson. We are now going to study the affirmative form of the present continuous tense. It is formed with the subject plus the verb to be. In this case, we'll be seeing the full form plus the verb with the ing. I will read 3 examples. I am waiting. We are reading. They are playing. The affirmative form of the present continuous tense can be used with the verb to be in its contracted form. The structure will be the subject plus the verb to be in its contracted form plus the verb with the ing. For example, I'm waiting. She's reading. They're playing. For the contracted form of the verb to be, you need to write an apostrophe. For the negative form of the present continuous tense, you need the verb to be plus not. In this video, we're going to see the full form of the verb to be. The subject plus the verb to be plus not plus the verb with the ing. For example, I am not waiting. We are not reading. He is not playing. For the negative form of the present continuous tense, we can also use the verb to be in its contracted form. For the personal pronoun I, the negative form is apostrophe m plus not. For example, I'm not waiting. For you, we, you and they, it's aren't. You aren't reading. And for she, he, it is, isn't. For example, she isn't playing. We are now going to see the interrogative form of the present continuous tense for yes-no questions. The structure of the interrogative form of yes-no questions is the verb to be plus the subject plus the verb with the ing. For example, am I reading? Is she playing? Are they dancing? Short answers for yes-no questions can be affirmative or negative. Affirmative answers are you reading? Yes, I am. Is he dancing? Yes, he is. Are they playing soccer? Yes, they are. Remember that for affirmative short answers, you should not use the contracted form of the verb to be. So you should not say, yes, I'm. It's wrong to say that. Or yes, he's. Or yes, they're. Whereas in the negative answers, you can choose between the full form or the contracted form of the verb to be. For example, are you reading? No, I am not. Or you can say, no, I'm not. Is he dancing? No, he is not. Or, no, he isn't. Are they playing soccer? No, they are not. Or you can use the contracted form of the verb to be. No, they aren't. Remember that in English questions can be divided into yes-no questions, as we have just seen, and WH questions. WH questions start with a WH word, such as what, why, when, how, where, etc. The structure of WH questions in the present continuous tense is the WH word plus the verb to be plus the subject plus the verb with the ing. For example, what are you reading? When is she playing? Where are we dancing? We're now going to practice answering some questions using the present continuous tense. I will ask the question and you think of the answer. What are you doing right now? Who is always interrupting you when you speak? What are your neighbors doing to their house? Is the train leaving at 4 p.m.? Now we're going to see some possible answers. The first question. What are you doing right now? I'm studying English grammar. Who is always interrupting you when you speak? My sister is always interrupting me. What are your neighbors doing to their house? My neighbors are building an extra room. Is the train leaving at 4 p.m.? No, it isn't. Or you can say, yes, it is. Practice completing with the present continuous tense. Look, it, rain. Excuse me, I, for the bank. Look, they, this week, they are on holiday, not work. She, always her ideas, change. We, married in the summer. The answers are, look, it is raining. Excuse me, I am looking for the bank. They aren't working this week. They are on holiday. She's always changing her ideas. We are getting married in the summer.
اوكي، حد عنده اي اسئله في الفيديو؟ guys are you listening me? Okay, welcome your words. ففي حد عنده أسئلة على أي حاجة تانية غير ال present continuous؟ أي حاجة من الحاجات اللي احنا خدناها قبل كده؟ feelings verbs like love, like, hate, dislike, want, wish. لا اسمك متغير يا محمود. محمد علي بكري متغير. هي حد عنده اي اسئله تانية؟ عفوا يا محمد. يا شباب حد عنده اي لا مفيش فيديوهات شغاله يا اياد. محمد هي دي المحاضره الاخيره، دي المحاضره العاشره والاخيره. مروه انا مش عارفه انت الكلمه دي انت جايباها منين. المحاضرات اللي فاتت كلها موجوده على الجروب بتاعنا على الفيسبوك يا محمد. مروه انت متاكده من السبيلنج بتاع الكلمه؟ احنا خلصنا كده خلاص يا انجينير احمد. اللينك بتاع الجروب اهو، فاطمه لسه حطاه حالا. The body responds to these forming attentions of structures between the tissues of our fascia fibers. انا عايزه اعرف بس هي دي كانت في مجال ايه يا مروه؟ حاجه تكنيكال؟ بصي يا مروه هي ممكن يكون ليها معنى، هي ممكن يعني هي حاجه تكنيكال فهي مش لازم تكون هي. بصي هي عاده الكلمات اللي اخرها ايه ما بتبقاش انجلش، بتبقى لاتن. اوكي اعتقد ان هي دي حاجة علمية. I'm gonna check it وهقولك يا مروة عليها ان شاء الله، او خليكي معايا ثواني انا ممكن اشوفها دلوقتي. الفيديو مش اون يا ريما، الفيديو انا عندي فيديو مقفول. refresh your page يا ريما. بصي as I told you يا مروة، هي الكلمة بمعنى الغشاء البطني، غشاء التجويف البطني او الخفاق، دي حاجة في معناها طبي في الترجمة الطبية. اوكي انا بعتلك اللينك بتاعها. عفوا يا مريم، عفوا يا حبيبتي، لو في اي حاجه ابعتيلي حتى على الاكونت بتاعي. حد عنده اي اسئله تانية؟ لا موجوده على الجروب على فيسبوك يا محمد، موجوده على الجروب بتاعنا على فيسبوك. انا هبعتلك اللينك بتاع الجروب حالا. هي فاطمه حطت اللينك بتاع الجروب. يا محمد جوين الجروب، وهتلاقي المحاضرات كلها موجوده في دوكيمنت فايل، هتلاقي اللينكس بتاعت المحاضرات كلها، اعملها داونلود على طول. هتلاقيها في دوكيمنت فايل، هتفتح الدوكيمنتس هتلاقي اللينكس بتاعت المحاضرات كلها. ما هي احنا للاسف النهارده اخر محاضره لينا. انا عندي بس دراسه وكده، بعمل دراسات عاليه، فلسه الفتره الجايه هبقى مشغوله شويه، فمش هقدر اكون معاكم، فهحاول ان انا في اقرب وقت ان شاء الله هكون لكم واعمل لكم ليفل تاني. اوكي بس احنا مع بعض على الجروب، يعني انا I'll contact with you على الجروب ان شاء الله كلكم. عارفه يعني. ثانك يو يا احمد. حد عنده اسئله في اي حاجه؟ ربنا يخليك يا خالد. اياد انا لسه بقول انا مش هقدر الفتره دي اعمل كورس تاني، بس في اقرب وقت ان شاء الله هحاول اكون معاكم تاني. لا ساره هتلاقيها موجوده، افتحي فوق الدوكيمنتس هتلاقي دوكس، افتحيها هتلاقي في لينكات المحاضرات كلها. ربنا يخليك يا اسماء عمر. ثانك يو.